What's up, CHFFL? Welcome back to the 2019 pre-draft outlooks. This is our third out of four videos. We're going to do Minney, Stan, and Marty here. So looking at where we are on the tier list so far, we've got Mark up there in an A, Parker to C, and quite a few guys in between. So you should have a general idea of what gets you in what tier by this point if you've been watching all the videos. So let's start with Minney. In the High Seas Conference, let's see, his draft board got 2 6s and 2 7s there. That's a pretty good boost. Missing his 10th and 13th to compensate for that, so above average draft board. And then as far as keepers go, I have a few options here. Only 2 or possibly 3 of them are actually good ones, though. Philip Lindsay's pretty easy. Keep him in the 8th at pick 85. ECR had him at 61. I updated this yesterday, so it shouldn't be much different. Will Fuller, round 9, pick 108. His ECR 77. It's a good keeper to have because he's got like some injury concerns, but also could blow up at any point, especially as kind of the outside guy in our league, which gives extra points for long touchdowns. Fuller can be nice to have. Deshaun Watson, I personally would not keep a quarterback here with only a difference of 18 between ECR and where he's getting picked. I think you'd probably be able to draft Watson there. Our league tends to be, because we're all pretty experienced players, we tend to wait on quarterbacks. That's the trend these days. But I couldn't fault Minney if he decided to keep Watson too. Vance McDonald and Kenyon Drake I have up there, but they're not as valuable as the other guys. So I'm putting Minney in the C plus tier. None of those keepers really stand out to me. He does have the above average draft board, which I think is what puts him above Parker. Brad having Aaron Jones, though, is just too good of a keeper. I couldn't justify putting Minney in the same tier as Brad, given that. But with the High Seas Conference being pretty weak, Minney still has a good chance to battle for a playoff spot over there. All right, so next let's move to Stan, who is pretty hard for me to place in the tier list, and we'll see why in a second. He's got no 5th round pick, just traded for an extra 12th. Everything else seems to be the same, so no 5. And then his keepers, he has Michael Thomas, who he's kept for a couple years now, in the 3rd, pick 27, and that's an end of the 1st round kind of guy, which is really valuable, even for a 3rd round pick. Definitely taking that. Robert Woods, he can have in the 6th, and his ECR is 35 for PPR leagues. Ante Pettis, the tight end, I think Stan had put him in as a keeper, round 8, pick 94. That one's a little iffier, but I definitely get it. Definitely good value with the 19 difference for the ECR there. The issue I have with Stan is looking at his draft board and these picks. So his 3rd round pick's getting Michael Thomas. So then he has his 4th, but he doesn't have a 5th round pick. His 6th round pick is used on Woods. And then he's using his 8th on a tight end. That means between rounds 3 and, between rounds 3 and 8, yeah, he only has 2 actual picks that are within his ability to make the choice. So it kind of hurts his flexibility a bit, but Thomas and Woods are really strong keepers. He's going to have a good wide receiver core, so I have him in the B plus tier. This B plus tier is really the tough cutoff. Right now it's just Grant and Stan, but we do have one more person today and one more video. Stan could be really good this year, and of course he's a really good fantasy player, so I'm sure he'll plan for the inflexibility in the draft that I'm worried about. Moving on to Marty. Marty has no 2nd round pick. Marty has no 4th round pick. Now, he does have number 1 overall, which is nice. Marty, I've looked at his team several times, and I don't think he has any good keepers, but the league rules require you keep somebody. So I have 2 different battle strategies for Marty if he's going to watch this video and try to get stuff done. One is to burn an 8 on either Mitch Trubisky or AP. And yes, I checked, his kicker is not the one he started the year with, so no keeping a kicker in the 13th. Trubisky is ECR 124, at least has, some people think, have a chance to kind of blow up this year as that Bears offense gets more explosive. AP, I don't know how you feel about him this year. Alternatively, Marty could trade for a 2nd round pick and keep Brandon Cooks. His ECR is 33. If he could get somewhere at the end of the 2nd round, 22 to 24, you could justify taking Brandon Cooks there. But he's got to figure something out with Wednesday at 9 p.m. being the keeper deadline. So Marty is in a unique situation. I haven't had to grade anybody with this bad a team, so I made a new tier for him. He's down in the D tier. It would have been unfair to put him at C minus, close to Parker, when his board stinks and his keeper stinks. So thanks for tuning in to this video. We got one more keeper deadline Wednesday, August 14th, 9 p.m. And we'll see you maybe this afternoon for the last video. Till then.